Alrighty, well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back once again, and for the very first time, to the Farts and Crap Show, where today, as per usual, it's your host, Anjo, here with more 3rd Gen Armored Core for you guys, and, yeah, it's Last Raven, aka one of my favorite games ever, and yeah, I'm just gonna let the intro play real quick before we get into it, so enjoy. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and turn this down a bit. Convert new game. There was another... Huh? Oh yeah, Ninebreaker came out before this. Right. Okay. Well, folks. Yeah, it's Armored Core Last Raven, so kind of the penultimate PS2 Armored Core title. Which, yeah, FromSoft just, they iterate. They, in my opinion, just keep getting better. And if not, like, quote-unquote better, like, they do learn and advance and iterate. Yeah, it's the right term for that. And yeah, you can import your data. I'm actually gonna start fresh. Like, I appreciate that they brought this feature back, like in so many of their games. Um, at least like in the Armored Core series, from like the first game all the way up till the end of the PS2 cycle. But it's something I don't usually use just because it is typically kind of game breaking. Depending on depending on the game. Like, if it's a direct sequel, cool. Because like usually it's balanced in a way to where it makes more sense. Like, Silent Lion is harder than Armored Core 3, and it's a direct sequel to Armored Core 3, so it kind of makes more sense to import your data. And they even have like a hard mode thing to where if you want to kind of rebalance it to where it feels a bit more fair importing your data, cool. But there's quite a few changes. So like I am going to import my data from Nexus because I, you know, just recently completed that game. Um but yeah, this one is very much rebalanced. Oh, they're not the same. I thought I did I not double save? I usually double save so I avoid this kind of shit. Following restrictions apply to converted data. Tuned parts reverted to their default status. I don't remember this dialogue. I mean, it's been quite a while since I've played this one, but and in case you're wondering, yes, I'm playing on this on original hardware. Converted tuned parts revert to their default status. All converted parts are considered as use. Converted? Converted. Okay. Credits are not carried over. Yeah, that's fine. Why would I want 7 million credits in the first place? Hmm. Oh. Unmanned suicide weapons were only corporations used to buy one another, lost everything in the aftermath. Basically telling you what happened after Nexus. Instead of trying to rebuild individually, they joined forces to form Alliance. The organization got off to a rocky start. Months went by before things were running smoothly. New World Order was ushered in, one ruled by Alliance. Yeah. A rebel group known as Vertex vowed to overthrow them. War between the two groups broke out and quickly escalated into chaos, obviously. Yeah, they did such a great job with cutscenes in this game. It's not a missile. This is a missile. Yeah, they sent some fucking MTs in here. Yeah, that is not to scale. Now Vertex has issued a declaration. Their final attack launches in 24 hours. Yeah, they kind of, that is not accurate. Like, to the size of ACs. Like, people are not... Dude, with the super chat, man. Finishing up my story, dope. Dude, thank you. Toasty. It's so damn cool, man. Just finishing up. Cool. Oh yeah, do you still, Hey, I just checked before I got started. We could, get on God Eater 2 if you want to. Like earlier, I was just kind of waiting for either you or BG or... last thing Aaron said is he didn't think he'd have time. Also, I'm using some color correction on this because, like, the HDMI adapter I use for my PS2, like, if I don't correct the image, it just let me know if it looks weird. Like, it comes through a little dark and, like, kind of muted. So, like, this is how it looks, typically. So, like, that's how I have it corrected. Might still be a little bit dark. Let's see. Just probably turn up the gamma a little bit more. There we go. Let's do that. Can't deny it, I've been bad. I got distracted with One Piece, so I'm behind on my story. Okay. I thought you said you just finished up your story. No, you're good, man. You're good. And hey, you know, if a different day works better for you, just let me know, man. Tis all good. So, a couple of things that are different about this game. Just from Nexus, it's like you now have 5 ACs you can build, which is pretty cool. Because like in Nexus, you were limited to 3, so like these are my 3. But then there's also like 2 more. Actually, you know, I think this is darker than Nexus because it even looks darker on my screen. I think I need to turn it up a little bit. Which one is it? Display or picture? Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff on my... You guys can't see this one because it's not coming through on the capture. We turn up the saturation a little bit and backlight a little bit. Well, maybe about there. Yeah, that looks about right. Maybe I think I overcorrected. Sorry, just a sec. There we go. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Oh, finishing it now, it's due Tuesday. Okay, cool. It's the 23rd year. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, your super chat reminded me. Anybody that there is a new members' choice poll that was posted on Friday, because Friday was the start of the final week of the month. And I know February's poll hadn't happened yet, so if like Novel's Draconis or Aaron or BDD or 97 Johnny Boy, if any of you guys are listening to this, you currently have channel memberships, be sure to get those votes in before the end of the month. And if you're not a member yet, it's $3 a month, and yeah, you get to help shape the future of content here on the show. But yeah, this month's Members' Choice Poll is determining the series that will follow Sekiro. So that series won't be ending very soon, or anytime soon, but yeah, it's kind of preemptive, since like the series to follow Armored Core is already decided. I've already finished recording that series. And the series to follow Tears of the Kingdom has already been decided, and that series is going to be ending within the next like 2 weeks, I think. Something like that. Roughly. But, what was the other thing? What was the other thing? Oh, I was gonna make it about streams for this month's poll, but yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out at the end of the month, and I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of that once that comes out, so I didn't want to, like, you know, throw something else in there. And plus, like, you know, we still have God Eater 2 going for streams, and like Aaron and I need to finish up Dark Souls 2, and still going through Armored Core 6 with BG, so I didn't want to put another obligation on there when, like, those other ones are basically just, like, whenever they're available. And yeah. So I probably won't be finishing this before... What is that, Friday? What's today, the 23rd? Comes out on the 28th, like 5 days from now. So we have the stream today, and then Tuesday stream, and then Thursday stream. So yeah, I'm probably not finishing this, but in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and definitely say I'm definitely not finishing this before Friday, because Last Raven is the most involved Armored Core out of any of the ones for the PS2, because there's actually like 6 different endings. So yeah, I mean, I could beat the game before then, but definitely not complete it. Yeah, they updated the models and stuff. It's kind of jarring going from Nexus to this game, because like, oh yeah, it's Schmoozle, obviously. They updated so many things. So layout of a lot of things are different. Even just like this game is completely rebalanced, like most of the parts and everything are different. The arena, the traditional arena came back, but this is the best arena out of any of the mainline PS2 games, because like for the first time you actually have to place a bet. So you can't just like, there's stakes. Like in a lot of the previous Armored Core games, like it was a free thing to try. You could just go in, if you lose it doesn't matter, you don't pay for ammunition or repairs. You could just like keep retrying until you win. But yeah, this one, yeah, you have to place a bet and it's always half of the pot. So yeah, it's not like the easy moneymaker it used to be. Oh my goodness, we got separate voice? Voice is separate from sound effects now? Dude, that's incredible. And of course they still have like Type A or Type B, so they carried over the new control scheme from Nexus. But you can still go back to the original control scheme if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to. As far as the engine goes, it's pretty much the same game engine that they made for Nexus, but like better optimized for the PS2. So it's pretty incredible. As far as games that have aged well that FromSoft has made, this is one of the better ones. Like if they put this on PSN, just like with the new PS2 emulator, dude, it's over. Like it would be so good. So yeah, most of the parts came back. Some of them like straight up don't exist in this game, but most of them came back. And yeah, tuning is also now free, I believe. Don't remember how. Oh, you hit circle. Right, they're different menus. So they reorganized all of this. So the garage is just all of this stuff, and then AC setup is also the shop. So you don't have to like back out entirely to a different menu and like wait for all your AC data to load like in Nexus, which was terrible. And like sell just goes, you know, it's like it stays in categories, so you can like buy different heads, assembly, like you can equip different stuff, and then tune, like you can tune the different things that you have, and tuning is now free. But it's like tuning instantly makes something used, I believe. And so like if you buy something and then tune it and then sell it, then you're losing money. But you can always like cancel the tuning before like that, and then it'll stay the same value. So the organization of everything is a lot better. So like, and building your shit is a lot easier. Plus like you can easily like go to kind of a quick overview. I wouldn't trust the letters and everything like that. It's not that helpful in my opinion unless you're just starting out. But even if you are just starting out, I wouldn't recommend even using that. What else? There was something else. Oh yeah, all the parts are balanced differently, but like all the features are still there. So like the hanger units are still here, you can still use that. Like most of the parts still have the same functions. Like the Recon has its very efficient overboost. Like functionally, nothing is massively different. It's just everything is rebalanced. So like the numbers are different. So a couple notable things. Trying to think of an example here. Okay, like my favorite machine guns, they aren't quite as heavy anymore. They were like 600 and change in Nexus, and now they're 500 and change. And I believe they slowed down the magazine reload, I want to say. And they nerfed the attack heat because that was a little bit ridiculous. Oh, the example I talked about before, the worms, right? The worms were broken as shit before, because you had 60 rounds in each one, and they were just like kind of too good. I thought they reduced it to 30. Apparently, they reduced it to 24. So they really nerfed this shit into the ground. Like, it's still a good sniper rifle, but like, yeah, 24 shots is kind of shitty. And I think they buffed the linear rifles, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they kind of have like a special effect on them. Yeah, with a new mechanism. So like linear rifles have a bit more like stagger than your typical type of weapons. Like, there's no like poise damage in this game per se. At least it's not like a visible stat. But they do have extra poise damage. Let's see, I think the Shadow got a little better for firepower, but a little worse for range. I think they nerfed the fingers a little bit, if I remember right. Which is probably a smart move. But yeah, they rebalanced like most of the weapons to make a lot of things more viable. Carousel is still not worth it, though, in my book. Oh, the Ogre 2. They reduced the ammo down to 20. It's still a good weapon. Yeah, how a lot of the weapons, like, function, they made the Gorgon better. I remember that. I don't remember how, but yeah, it's better. I just remember it being a lot more usable in this game. The Ghast is, like, finally good. And actually, I think rifles in general got a buff. Tauros actually got more range. I think. It didn't have a range of 10. The Elf 2 got 15 Gs. And I think they took away the auto blading, if I'm not mistaken. Or the blade wave thing. Oh, and they brought back the multiple types of AC tests, which is so great. You can do moving targets, the typical MT test, like sentry unit test, or just fight like a default AC, which is pretty cool. I still go with the default like MT test like a lot of the times, but you know. Sadly the best day for me would be Friday. Dude, that's fine. I can do some Fridays, not every Friday. But it depends on like when on Friday. But yeah, just keep me posted, dude. I could especially this like, oh, not this coming Friday. Shit. Yeah, this coming Friday is Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, well, actually, it might be one of those things where it launches on Thursday, like Friday at midnight, so like Thursday night. Dude, the blast beats, man. Love it. Monday would also work. Oh, Monday would be perfect. Henry, yo, what's up, dude? Can't wait, trying to knock out 2 games by release. Yeah, I know the feeling, dude. You guys are familiar with dance. Yeah, oh, I forgot to do that. I'm sorry, Toasty. I'm sorry, dude. I've been talking to you this whole time and I forgot. Yeah, guys, if you're unfamiliar with Taos Dragon, aka Toasty, definitely shouldn't be. Check it out when you get a minute. You knew my... He's coming at me with my own catchphrase. Same with Henry as well. There we go. Chatbot should be active, so we should be good there. Okay. Yeah, my bees, dude. No, when people come through that I can easily, genuinely recommend, because here's the thing. I'm gonna turn this. Well, actually, no. I'm just gonna finish this real quick. Dude, whoa, holy shit! What? Oh, the speed, bro. Why am I so much faster? Holy fuck. Okay, Nexus, I think the game is just faster. Like, Nexus is a little bit sluggish, and I think I forgot about that. Like, the game engine is just optimized in this game. Like, that is so easy to just like, oh, there's a missile coming? Whoops. I mean, you still have acceleration time, which actually is like, yeah, a thing in this game. But, oh yeah, the reload is definitely, oh dude, they nerfed the shit out of that. Okay. Yeah, there's now like a greater emphasis on like bullet spread. So like, the lock range is, they say 300 and something, but I'm only locking it like 200. Oh yeah, you don't want to damage your shit in this game either. Different parts, when they take damage repeatedly, actually will get damaged or like destroyed. So there's more emphasis on, yeah, why am I not locking on at full range? But yeah, you'll see like a lot of the bullets actually miss. I might actually have to turn down the BGM. I can barely hear that. Test mode disengaged. I did speak. Other people called it Sonic, right? Supersonic Racing. How do you guys feel about Sonic Adventure? I'm genuinely curious. Because, like, personally, I like the first game a lot. And, like, Sonic Adventure 2 is okay, but, like, I didn't really like how it's just mission-based. And, like, they kind of force you into, like, switching the in-between characters and shit. And, like, because you got your hero team, you got your dark team. And I really didn't like Knuckles stages or Rouge. And, like, Tails and Robotnik were fine, but I still didn't like them very much. Like, Sonic stages and Shadow stages were kind of cool. And kind of the best part of the game. But that was like a third of the game. And the Chow Garden was better, okay? I know. The Chow Garden in 2 is way better. But I don't want to, like, just, like, suffer through all the other shit I'm not a fan of to get to the Chow Garden. I mean, I will, but I don't want to, is the point. Whereas in the first Sonic Adventure, I genuinely enjoy the entire game. I mean, Big the Cat can suck a dick, but that's about it. Needs more chili dogs? Yeah, agreed. But like, the reason I'm asking is because, like, I have Sonic Adventure 1 on the PS3. I've had it on there for a really long time. And I'm not sure if it's safe to play on YouTube or not. Because, like, you know, Crush 40 soundtrack. Which I love the soundtrack. It's amazing. But I kind of been wanting to play it. Because one thing I did like about Sonic Adventure 1 a lot better is because it still has, like, the physics. It still has the momentum-based physics from, like, the previous Sonic games that were really fun. Which is, like, a thing a lot of people don't appreciate about the old-school Sonic games. And, like, granted, some of the games it was implemented better than others. Like, the first one, it was rough, but that's, like, the first game, you know? But, like, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, like, yeah, it's pretty fucking great. And in Sonic Adventure 1, in a 3D space, you can do some interesting stuff with it. Like the world record speed run for that game is like nuts. Well, I mean, I don't mean like any percent, but like no major glitches, basically. You know what I'm talking about? Biggs the cat can suck alone. At least that's what a friend told me. I don't know from personal experience, but just Sonic Adventure 1. It's just a good game, in my opinion. It's like the soundtrack's good, the gameplay's good. And the thing is too, like, Tails' gameplay is totally different. Like, entirely different. And, like, granted, I wouldn't say I like Sonic 3 and Knuckles is probably still my favorite game in the entire series. Like, Sonic Mania was the only recent game that I liked, personally, because, like... Oh, and there's this new, like, fan game, which, holy shit, looks better than anything Sonic Team has made in, like, years. I forget what it's called, like, Galactic or something like that, I think. Looks incredible. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just used to play a lot more Sonic when I'm, like... I haven't played Sonic in a while. And that was the one that was, like, really on my mind lately, is Sonic Adventure. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised they just haven't made a Sonic Adventure 3 yet. Like if they just made it more like the first Sonic Adventure, but, like, more robust, like, Chow Garden and shit. I don't know. Just, I feel like it would be really fucking good. Why was I going into the information tab for mail? Ravens list? Report? I don't know. Report? Alright, that's the Star Fox 64 thing. So yeah, I'm not actually gonna play the game. Joke. Not gonna play the game today, guys. Sorry. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna start from scratch because, like, this game it's way too easy if you import, like if you play the entirety of Nexus like I did, and then just import your data to this game and then play, you're gonna coast through like most of it, because that's always kind of been like the main thing about Armored Core is like you start with shit and then eventually you get good stuff that makes the game like oh shit, there's a difficulty spike, maybe there's something I missed. Like it's the same thing in Dark Souls, you know, and it doesn't. Oh, the blading thing. Right. Shit, I forgot about that. Loris is still the best. Okay. You can go to... boost acceleration. Acceleration force provided when it's activated, right. Gotcha. Right. Oh, they buffed the birdie. Okay. Since Vulture 2 got buffed, right? The goal is still super fucking hot. Birdie 2 actually has really good boost acceleration, not as much on power, but... Oh, the birdie is the best birdie? Oh, really? Wow. Well, best out of what I have. No, it's the best. Wow, that's weird. I mean, the power is a lot lower, though. I remember using the Vulture 2, like, a lot. Oh, you can adjust the boost accel. Huh. That is not a big difference. I mean, 43 is kinda hot. 48 for the original Vulture? Damn, I can turn that down by 400. Oh, it's like in Nexus. Okay, depending on where the bars are, is like percentage based on how much you can change it. Gotcha. Right. So like on boost power, you can't really turn this up much at all because it's already like towards the upper limit. Ooh. Okay. So that's why that's only going up by like 200 and change. Yeah, 3. But. Still, like 5,000 is still borderline like too hot. Just want to try this real quick. It's not an FCS thing either. Wait, how do they explain parallel sight in this one? Order the sight lock. But I wonder if that's also affecting range. Like, which one is this one? Sideways? Okay, 90. Oh, 90 is actually the highest parallel sight. Still can't tune FCS though, yeah? No. The generators really didn't see a big difference. Okay, so you can tune output and capacity and weight, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, the Ananda is still pretty fucking great. Okay, so yeah, the range is 380. So I wonder if the better parallel sight, if that's like gonna affect the lock range. Or maybe the lock range just isn't actually 380. Playing games are for nerds. Nerds are hot.
Main system engaging test mode.
Oh. Oh, what? Wait, so now I can lock on at 350. Well, 355. So that was why?
Target disruption verified. Test mode disengaged.
It was because parallel sight? Because before I could only lock on at 200. Not that it helps, because like if you're firing from that range with the machine gun, like you're not going to hit your target very much. Miss COZ, what's going on? How you doing today, my friend? You guys, if you're unfamiliar with Miss COZ, definitely shouldn't be. Check it out when you get a minute. And, yeah. She's doing the other kind of AC, that is the thing that people initially think I'm talking about when I'm like, oh yeah, AC3, and they're like, oh, I love Assassin's Creed 3, and I'm like, Armored Core? How your day been? It's fine. Got a lot done yesterday though, so it doesn't matter, and it'll be better tomorrow. I'm just testing something real quick. Mentioned there, early Mythos left, but beat Medusa. Oh, you did get Medusa done. Okay, cool. Oh, I know you're subscribed to the COZers. Wait, now I can... 250. So it is an FCS thing. Not that I'm hitting my target very much, but you know. Oh, it's the same with these. Also 250. What? Oh, these actually have a tighter spread. Huh.
Target disruption verified.
Huh.
Test mode disengaged.
So why was that other one only locking on at 200? What was that, the Cowrie? Like, that's kind of weird, because, like, Cowrie's a wide and shallow, and I think these are also... Yeah, also wide and shallow. So I didn't think it'd be compatibility, and they should lock on from 380. Yeah, dude, like, average lock range is at 335. Granted, it's like longer here, but like 480. But like, yeah, it's a wide and shallow lock type. That's what WS is. So I don't know if it's because of parallel sight or if it's because of... Let me try the limpet. The limpet is basically like the Cowrie, but it has better parallel sight and slightly different stats. So if this also locks on at like 200, then I know it's not parallel sight.
Main system engaging.
Because parallel sight should just affect the size of the sight log. Tough fight, but I think I found the boar one, and that arena one's the worst. Just cool like that. Yeah, appreciate you, Toasty. How are you? That was cool too. Very busy, same a lot of overtime. Now I'm writing short story for a competition. See, good luck then. Love stories. It sounds awesome. Yes. COZ is a fan of a good narrative. Which, actually, yeah, was honestly, I think, Miss COZ, I think that was one of the first things that I noticed about your channel is when you were getting into, like, the story of certain things, and I was like, oh, she pays attention to the narrative. I'm gonna stick around. And actually that's one thing this game does really well, is I was mentioning before, like, Monster Hunter Wilds comes out on Friday, and like, I haven't played this in a while, but this game is one of my favorites, and it's turning 20 this year. But while I could potentially beat it before Friday when Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, there's no way I'm, like, finishing it, because, like, this was the first Armored Core game to have, like, decisions that actually matter in a way, because there's, like, it has a branching narrative where there's, like, 6 unique results at the end, based on the mission path. So yeah, 6 endings to the game, and then once you have all the potential outcomes, aka all the missions, there's like a secret bonus thing at the end of it, which, yeah, no spoilers. But, oh. Nope, that is also about 200. So it has nothing to do with parallel sight. Man, that spread is dirty. That is such a bad spread. That's a little tighter. That's better. I know how that sounded. Alright. Knew as soon as I said it.
Target destruction verified. Test mode.
Aaron, what's going on, dude? Oh, and Aaron, if you haven't voted on the current Members' Choice poll, be sure to check out the membership tab. Check that out when you get a minute. It was posted on Friday and will be ending this coming Friday. Show you my boobs. What? I'm only here for the fan service? Oh, okay, I missed that one. Now it makes sense. There you go. If you are, I am a nerd. I absorb and find interesting. Find interesting like a truck. Like a truck? You absorb data you find interesting like a truck. Interesting. Story and the world design are partly why I play the games I choose, right? Just here, I want your fan service. It's like a laugh battle. Epic laugh battles of history. Okay, Aaron, here you go, bud. Oh, dude. Wait, what is that? Wait, is that a Peaches? I mean, come on, it looks like a butt, but like, is that a peach? Is that really like an official YouTube thing? Oh, it's a sticker, right? It's a butt. They have... Guys, they have one that looks like a butt. Did you know? I didn't know this. Apparently this is a real thing. Wow, the chat just jumped ahead. What? That was weird. Looks like a tough battle. You go by 8,000, 80,085. I got my vote in. Oh, okay, cool. That's for you, Aaron. It's a peach. It is a peach. Okay, I thought so. Love the moon. Especially your moon. Oh, yeah, Aaron. Stop. But please, continue. I like when people don't respect my wishes, so please stop. It's like, I mean, you gotta, like, even back in the day of, like, telegrams and stuff, and, like, people were in, like, Morse code and shit, they had to have had, like, you know, dirty messaging and shit like that. I'd be like, oh, please don't stop. Stop. But continue. Stop. It's a thing I can tap that won't sound like shit. Oh, no, because it has to do the beep, 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 beep. Oh, fuck, I can't. Will this sound like that? No, that's just a clicker. Well, that doesn't work. Damn it. I need a fully sound effect machine. And don't say Elgato has a... No. I mean like a genuine article, like early 1900s, like for radio, fully sound. I'm joking. Obviously joking. Oh, the blades. The blades. The blades. Okay, army left. Blade thing. Okay, moonlight. Linear gun. No optional parts. And I think the Loris is still the best. Yeah, it's pretty sure. And like, I haven't unlocked anything, obviously, I just imported my data. Yep, still the best. Which, that part cannot be tuned. Okay. Okey-doke. So, this is... And moon... Weapons cannot be tuned at all. Only frame parts. So... Okay, 450, weapon lock. Wait, how do they describe special in this one? Sight lock and lock on range or special, no lock on capability. Wording is a little bit different there. Okay. So it looks like average lock range was actually adjusted. I think average is more like max average. Oh, this is the Moonlight, by the way. So Moonlight is 1722, and this one, Pack Heat, 6400. Tauros, lesser stats, but I think it actually works as intended in this game, where it has 2 laser openings. So I think effectively the stats are doubled if you get like a sweet spot hit. So if I'm not mistaken, this is the strongest blade, not the Moonlight. So let me check on that thing, because you can't see the damage values in the game, you just have to experiment. Breeze, you can see spell that. You recognize the ditty? No, that was a ditty I made up. Completely original. I've never heard of Febreze, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even say the word Febreze. Oh, the animation is so much cleaner. So much cleaner. Like, it's just the engine, like, being a little bit more optimized. Oh, you can still do the wave. What? I thought they got rid of that. Huh. It's still, like, a lot less power. Oh, so it one-shots them. Yeah, it's really hard to hear the voices. I'll probably have to turn down the BGM a little bit. was hoping it wouldn't one-shot him. Alright, let's try arms that are not as good with blades. Maybe that won't one-shot him? So what's the worst one? 84? $78. 67? Alright, let's go with that. Oh, fucker. Alright, sell. It doesn't... It really doesn't matter what I sell, like, I'm just gonna... Like, I'm gonna start from scratch anyway. Because again, this is kind of a cheat code starting with all this shit. Like, it's not like I legitimately imported my data from Nexus, which, you know, you can easily go back to the last Nexus stream and be like, oh yeah, he had all this stuff. Like, well, yeah, obviously. But I want to figure out one hits harder than the other. Okay, that was not a one shot. Should have been a clean hit. Yep, that's a clean hit.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
Yeah, it's pretty far back there in the mix. Test mode disengaged. Anyway, if they do bring this to PSN though, because I don't think FromSoft is going to remaster it, pick it up. Especially since it's a PS2 game and it's probably only going to be like $10. Even if they charge you like 15, even if they charge 20, it doesn't matter. Like, it's a great game. Highly recommend it. Okay, same shitty arms. Taros. Which effectively should be, yeah, 1486, but actually doubled because it has 2 laser openings, so it's creating 2 laser blades. So, like 2900 almost. Because by raw damage, the Moonlight is the highest power. Except I think it's actually beat by the Elf 3 in this game. That's an unlockable that you get like way later. I don't know if it's actually more power. I just seem to remember the Moonlight being beat by something in this game. Which I appreciate because, like, for a while there, Armored... Oh, this one has higher power, but, like, shitty as fuck range. So, yeah. But for a long time, it was kind of an over-reliance... Oh, this guy's new. On, just like Karasawa and, like, Moonlight. Because I was like the best shit in the first game, and for a while was like the best shit in a lot of other stuff. It was kind of brain dead, just like, well, where do I get the thing? And eventually that became the whole like, oh, where do I get the Moonlight Greatsword and Demon Souls and Dark Souls and all that other shit? Because yeah, it's the Moonlight. It's legendary.
Main system engaging test mode.
Oh, that was still not a one shot. That wasn't either? Stay put. Stop moving. Oh shit, fuck right. I'm not supposed to be dealing damage. Three?
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
So maybe the attack power already has that in mind. So what about the stab? Is that still a thing, or was that a glitch? It's like in previous games, like if you were using quad legs or tank legs, and then you go up to blade something, like the attack animation would be different, and it would like stab instead of slice. So it would deal a lot more damage. And I just remembered because of that thing. That's another mechanic that is like totally different in this game. When enemies explode, that deals damage.
Engaging test mode.
So before, it wouldn't matter. Once you beat an enemy, you could be right next to it and it doesn't affect you. Oh. Yeah, now it's like, yeah, that dealt damage. Apparently that was a glitch.
Test mode disengaged.
Because that should have dealt more damage. If that was an intended thing before, which I don't think it was. So apparently they fixed that. Cool. Good to know. Or maybe it only works with tank legs? I don't know. Sorry guys, I know like testing specific mechanics that may or may not be different might not be the most interesting thing, but it's interesting to me because I've, you know, recently went through Armored Core 3 and Silent Lion and Nexus, so like give me a second, alright? Okay, so the cooldown animation is a lot worse. Oh. So it does work with tank legs. That does make sense. Oh. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes? I think it's just harder to hit the sweet spot on the stab. Seems to be. I mean, most of the time you wouldn't use a blade on a tank anyway, because, I mean, shit, that cooldown animation after the blading, that was fucking terrible. So, and I believe this is one last thing I want to test. I believe they fixed the energy weapon shit that I had a problem with before. So the Lamia 2s and the Garyon. So like a lot of back-mounted weapons, especially some of my favorite ones in this game, were not as good in Nexus, and I kind of forgot about it because, like, the accuracy problem. I think they fixed that, I believe. Let me try the classic shade and Gorgon combo. Shade. About the same. 80 shots, 694. It's about the same. Dual burst of plasma? Good. Okay, so there's nothing new there. Skull 2. Not worth it? No. Oh, the Crest manufactured bullshit one, right? I remember this thing. Oh yeah, high velocity lasers. That's a new thing in this game. It's not that useful. It's better for like PvP kind of stuff because, like, you know, full speed projectiles are still kind of easy to dodge for faster builds. So yeah, for some of them they just made the projectiles faster. Energy consumption is at 7,000 almost, but I think that's fine in this game. If I'm not mistaken. Like in previous games, you want to like be down to like half a lot of times.
Main system engaging test mode.
So like, you know, if you're at like 11,000 energy output, which is pretty common, then, you know, you want to be at like 5,500. Oh, right, and then you have like the full lock-on thing in this game. So yeah, if you have like a full lock-on, so it's like really noticeable with the Garyon here. It like beeps twice. So that one missed because I didn't have a full lock on. And he sidestepped.
Target disruption verified. Test mode disengaged.
But why they do? Why they do? So yeah, the Garyon was kind of like less reliable for sniping. And the worms were so good, like, it didn't really matter. But... and like most machine guns being nerfed, it doesn't really affect much of anything. Like, you know, fewer people using machine guns in this game, which is kind of great, because honestly, they were OP as fuck. Yep.
Target destruction verified. Test mode disengaged.
Yeah, and energy recovery was really good. Yep. Yep. So yeah, energy builds are more viable in this game. Which is great, because in a lot of previous Armored Core games, like previous to this one, Like, typically you would do an energy build just to save money, basically. Like, if you could afford shell weaponry, you would do it. Because it's just better. Which was kind of shitty reasoning, to be real. But yeah, I have way too much shit at my disposal, so I'm not going to continue on this file now that I know what some of the differences are and all that good shit. Because yeah, I'm gonna start fresh. Because yeah, otherwise this shit would be way too easy. Means I'm going to have to type A of the game options down a little bit, turn this down a lot. Mm-hmm. Alright. Duration is on off, right? Okay. Oh, I guess I should make it different. I was just gonna go schmoozle, but then I was like, no, that's what the other file is. What did I use on the other one? I've used Neon before, I've used Able. Because, like, Able is just this one. And Neon is just that. You know what I haven't used before? 621. Because I don't know if I've came back to this game since... Yeah, we already saw all those. Can I skip? Oh, you can skip the cutscenes. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've came back to this one since playing Armored Core 6. So this is the default piece of shit that you start with. I'm going to call it, probably Junker. Junk box. Because it's kind of a dirty joke. It sounds like jukebox and it's a Junker AC, so... Oh, fuck. Importing my data also... Damn it, I have to redo my paint jobs. That's fine. I really don't like the orange panel. Kind of looks terrible in my opinion. And just outer heat, I'll leave everything else off. Yeah, usually go with cyan or green, but green is a little bit easier on the eyes in my opinion, so... Oh no, I already did this. Back. Paint. Yeah, let's go with a... I'm not gonna spend a bunch of time on this, I just want it to, like... Do we have the full editor on this one? We do. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. No. Oh yeah, there's unlockable emblems too. TR series? Oh my goodness, I forgot you can change... You can't like fully edit the colors. But yeah, I forgot they have like weapon colors on this one. They just have normal and camo. Oops. No. Weapon. No. Parts. Sample? For normal pattern? For camouflage pattern. Oh, that's kind of cool. Different, like, preset pattern kind of things going. That's kind of sick. That's not bad. Alright, custom. That's right. And the RGB actually, like, works a little bit better in this one. Kind of want it to be like kind of like Valkyrie's color scheme. Kind of, sort of. And they actually ask you. Because yeah, before in like most of the previous Armored Core games, like if you would accidentally hit back instead of like start once you were at this point, it would just like set everything back to default. Doesn't look terrible as camo either. Kinda sucks there's only one pattern, but I mean it does look pretty splotchy, so. Actually, kinda like that better. Hey, how do you set the parts back to default? Oh, like cancel going back. Okay, gotcha. Where's it? Oh, they give you some credits right off the bat, though. That's cool. Because they don't let you sell... Yeah, they don't let you sell your default equipment. Oh, you can buy the Recon right off the bat? Oh, cool. And the Cronus, wow. They really give you a lot of options, like, immediately. Buy the Cicada, wow. It's kind of still the best starting head because, like, it has everything. And it's not that expensive. I mean, it doesn't have a radar, but the game straight up gives you a radar that's, like, serviceable. And the Cicada is the lightest. Yeah, it's still the lightest. Yeah. Standard doesn't have a map or a night vision. It has a biosensor. So it's not as shitty as the other starting heads. It's still pretty shitty, but like it's not as shitty. Yeah, standard core is fine. Standard arms are probably fine. These legs though. These legs are a problem. I can buy the Dingo 2s? I mean, they're expensive, but like right off the bat? I should probably try to get an energy setup going. It's just like 300,000 is really not that much. So 40k for these ones? Which classic energy tank? Not bad. Not terrible. Could be worse. Birdie's charge drain is pretty bad though. It's like low heat, but I mean, it's also pretty low cost. How bad is my booster? Oh, that's pretty fucking bad. Alright. I'll just... Yeah, I'll just buy this one and then tune it to have a little bit better power. Yeah, it's not terrible. Can buy the shade right off the bat. Spirit is up to 48 ammo now. Yeah, but doesn't the shade have like 80? Yeah, it does. So the shade is kind of still the best starting rifle. Plus it's energy, so like, yeah, it doesn't cost anything. I mean, the ammo doesn't cost anything. I should probably, speaking of saving cash, should probably get a blade right off the bat. You can buy the Raijin? Immediately? It's pretty cool. I mean, it's less power than, like, the standard. I mean, I can just deal with having the shitty blade for a minute. I mean, I still have the bullshit generator. I could just stick with the... Yeah, I could stick with these legs. I kind of need a better generator. G91, still kind of the king, right? It's cheaper too. I mean, I like the Magnolia better in this game, but calorific value is higher. Like, for a while, like the G91 is kind of the best for certain things. Like the Fudo has the best calorific value for like good generators, but it's heavy as shit too, so. And the first couple missions don't pay for shit. I should probably just buy the Hazel. The downside of my... Oh, it's kind of heavy. It's not a huge downside, to be real. Of course, they don't let you just buy the Ananda. That makes sense. Sorry guys, I'm just crunching a lot of numbers, okay? So I'm not really looking at chat, give me a minute. Like, I'm trying to work out what's worth getting, what's not right now. Is there a reason to go? I guess it's just weight difference. Yeah, I'll just get the Linden. Site extension, that can all wait, that can wait, that can wait. I think we're good, right? So assembly, we'll go with the cicada. Gonna keep this thing for fucking sure, so tune that baby. And pump up the jams, pump it up for CCM. And can't get rid of your default equipment anyway, so cooling. And this is all kind of shitty, so doesn't really matter, but I mean, accuracy, that's 9 points. Just go with cooling. It's kind of one of the major downsides of your starting equipment. Turn up that max leg weight. Oh yeah, this was the first one. I forgot about that. So I was thinking, looks like Megatron, I think, right? Yeah, I was thinking this was a mechanic in some of the previous 3rd gen Armored Core games I was playing, and turns out it wasn't. This was the start of the classic, like, Dark Souls percentage, like, for equip load. So, like, based on your leg weight, if you're under by, like, a good amount, it increases your mobility, even if you're using, like, quote-unquote heavier shit. So you still have, like, your total weight, obviously, but, like, as I'm increasing my max capacity for these legs, like, my speed is going up. Granted, it's only, like, 1 point difference right now, because, like, you know, piece of shit equipment, but, it's still kind of a cool feature, like, that definitely comes more into play later. But yeah, the steps they were taking towards, like, kind of balancing out different, like, builds and stuff like that, like, you know, between heavies and lights and things being faster paced and all that shit. It's really cool to, like, see some of the, like, early DNA of, like, some later stuff. I think it works kind of better in this one, but, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, that's massively different. Holy shit. I think they also tell you... Yeah, even tells you on the stat screen. Boost duration. So, like, that wasn't really a thing they told you before, but now it'll actually tell you, like, how long you can sustain a boost, pretty much. Which is pretty fucking helpful, honestly, because, like, top speed is only goes so far. But, like, knowing how efficient something is compared to something else before testing it is pretty fucking nice. So let's tune the generator for output, obviously. That's the best one. Yep. And assembly. Default piece of shit generator. Which in this game, default piece of shit is like less than 9,000. Which is very funny because, like, in Armored Core 1, some of the generators have like less than 4,000 output. It's like, holy shit, dude. With these numbers, that is not nearly enough. Okay, so overall energy capacity goes up by a shitload. Energy supply goes from 3,000 to 5,300. Boost duration increases by 5,000, obviously. Overall weight goes up, but stability goes down? Really? Oh, because I'm getting heavier, so that decreases your... Oh, that's interesting. And yeah, the help text for all the different stats, like, super fucking helpful. Like, if it's your first time playing the game, or even if it's just been a while, highly recommend using this, like, frequently. Value indicating the part's ability controls an AC unit balance. The greater the value, the better the impact. Unit's impact absorption will be. It's poise. I was like, why is it S? S for weight and energy drain, and it's economical, which is a very common term for car salesmen or any other salesman trying to sell things that are shitty. The energy drain is about the same too. That's so funny. Granted, it's heavier, but like the cooling is so much better. Yeah, that's another thing that's done way better in this game compared to like the previous Armored Cores. Even just like most of the time when I'm talking about previous, I mean like Armored Core 3, Silent Line, Nexus, like all those ones. Just being able to compare things quickly and see how it affects your overall build. It's a lot cleaner in this game. Because like you can also do this where you can just pull up like full stats. And then yeah, it's pretty freaking great. But overall cooling is just, yeah, the main thing that it does. Oh, I didn't actually switch it. Whoops. Yeah, forced cooling going from 14,000 to 20,000. That's basically like, I'm pretty sure like when you're starting to overheat and stuff like that. Cooling output performance value as output diminishes. Greater the value, the faster heat is dissipated. Yeah, so when it starts getting into like dangerous heat kind of things. The greater the value, the faster heat is dissipated under emergency conditions requiring forced cooling activation. Right. Extension, right. Default shit. Which is kind of funny because, like, the only piece of equipment that's, like, default that doesn't suck is this radar. Like, it's not the best radar, but if you want to go with something like the Cicada, which makes a lot of sense because it has everything except for radar. It's more efficient to go, at least it wasn't Nexus. I haven't done like the comparative things yet on this one, but because a lot of heads have a radar built in, but it's like not very good. So it's lower cost and better typically to have a separate, just get a head that doesn't have a radar and then just equip a radar. I know that was a terrible way to word that, my bad. But yeah, I just wanted slightly better basics, better radiator, better generator. Better FCS would be massively helpful, but I can't afford it right now. Booster was, yeah, the default booster sucks. I guess I could go with the basic head, like, I don't want to. This blade sucks, but at least it's a blade, so... So that should be serviceable. That should be okay. A tarnish would be able to be an armored core? No. Absolutely not. Like, a tarnish is just a person. Like, people are tiny.
Main system. Engaging test mode.
I mean, it's kind of more of like a medieval type of thing. So, like, even with access to, like, magic and shit like that. No. No. Like, armored cores can decimate entire fucking cities and shit. And it's like... kind of like the concept of, like, armor and stuff, too. Like, heavily armored things are, like, more of a problem in, like, the Souls games and stuff like that.
Target destruction verified.
It's like, oh, they got defense, and there's the whole, like, oh, just go super defense, but even that, it's like plate armor and stuff and shit like that. ACs are just metal. Like, no. They'd be dead before the fight started. Now, if it was like a group, maybe they'd stand a chance. Maybe. But you pretty much have to have like a dozen mages, pretty much. Because like ACs are massive. Like massive. It's like Evangelion, you know? Like person can't go up against an Ava. Like, no. They can like pick up a frickin' a battleship and like break it in half. Like, even just the sheer force exerted and like the size and stuff, like, no. I mean, Fire Giant's pretty big. Like, Fire Giant is decently big. But, I mean, it depends on how literal you want to take it. Like, there are videos. I don't know if you've seen that one. I don't remember who made that one, but there's like that video of like what would like the size differences between like Armored Core 6 and Elden Ring. And like things in Elden Ring are comparatively like very, very small. Like dinky. Like Fire Giant, I think, would come up to like the kneecap of a AC. Like just past the foot. Maybe. Like halfway up to the knee. Like Tarnish would... An individual Tarnish would be like... way, like, tiny. Way tiny. Like, there's a couple of missions where you could see actual, like, people. We'll get to that here in a minute. It's just I have everything, like, configured now, I think, so I can save. And I don't think you have to do that partial save, full save bullshit in this one. Pretty sure. Peaster. Oh, I still have Flurstall on here? So yeah, spoilers, but like, oh, that was after I played Infernax, because Flurstall was my character from Infernax. Right. So in this game's completion data, I thought there was 137. No? Yeah, so if you want to do everything, it goes up to 136%. I think, right? Because when I did like my walkthrough stuff for the game, I don't think there is a 137. I think it's 136. Yeah, it's one of those like, I gotcha kind of things. Yeah, it's 136 is the max. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're massive. Massive. Have you seen Evangelion? It's kind of a similar scale. Like the person's in a pod that's like goes into the, I guess, the neck of the AC or whatever. I think the scale is pretty similar to Evangelion. Like honestly, Evangelion influenced a shitload of things. Especially in Japanese media, especially things that came out in the late 90s and like early 2000s. That was kind of my main kind of disappointment in like Xenogears, is because like that game is highly influenced by Evangelion. People are like, oh dude, it's amazing and like so original. I was like, no, they just ripped off Evangelion and like a bunch of other shows. They rehashed a bunch of shit. But I guess like if you're unfamiliar with all the shit that they ripped off, then yeah, it might seem pretty original and cool. Oh, okay. I'd highly recommend watching Evangelion. It's one of the best animes ever made. Don't watch it on Netflix though. Netflix decided to do their own dub when they brought the show to Netflix, and they ruined it. I would start with the reboot movies, actually. Like, they were done very, very well, and they had a better budget and shit, because, like, Aniplex back in the 90s did not have, like, for what they did on their budget and their schedule and everything, they did an amazing job. But it was pretty meager at the time. I would still recommend it, but the reboot movies are done super well. So I think the first one, it's called You Cannot Advance, I believe. If somebody else knows in chat, let me know, but no, it's called You Are Not Alone. But yeah, it's very good. It's also a little, the subject matter is a little, gets a little borderline psychological horror. Like for some people it fucks them up a little bit. What's another good way to explain it? I want to like get into it without getting into it. Because I definitely don't want to spoil it for anything, for anybody that hasn't seen it. But yeah, there's different recommendations out there for like the watch order for it. And while I would recommend most people to start with like how it started with the original series and stuff, I do realize they haven't aged the super best. So, but if you have a soft spot for like 90s anime in like early English dubs that were, you know, whatever, there's some value there, but the same shit is kind of condensed kind of in a better way in higher production, and the reboot movies are just an easier recommendation, and you're not really missing out on much. So, yeah, Evangelion is crazy. Yeah. It's one of the most landmark animes ever. Like, they get into a lot of important subjects, so existentialism, psychology, like confidence, ego, existence in general, coming into your own as a person, interpersonal relationships, fear, regret, and self-loathing. So there was a point after watching one of the Evangelion things back in the day, because I watched it when I was a little bit too young to watch it. I don't recommend that. It was probably like, I've talked about this on the show before, but I think I was like 12. That's too young. I think the show, it depends on where you live and stuff, but I think the rating for it now is like teen or something, or like 15 plus. That sounds about right. And it's not so much like, it's a little, yeah, it's a little psychologically, it kind of fucks with some people. That's why I said like kind of like psychological horror in a sense, but like it's not really horror. It's like it gets a little real for some people. Kind of like how Doki Doki Literature Club was like a huge left turn for some people, and then they're like, yeah, I can't keep playing this, kind of a thing. Kind of in that way, but not really. But it is very good, and it's not a show that makes you feel like shit necessarily. It's not doom and gloom. It's not, at the time, it was unheard of to have an anime that like ended like that, but the main creator of Evangelion was a person that, I don't remember if he's still around or not. I don't remember. Whatever. It was the creative people behind the show and the anime and the manga and stuff didn't want to make your average anime, like, because it was getting kind of formulaic, and they were like, no, fuck all that noise. So they had some thoughts on some things, and we're just like, we're gonna make something that we want to make and not fall back on like tropes and all this other shit, at least not in the way that people think we're going to. But yeah, it's it's really, really good. Like, really good. Like, there are things I recommend watching, and then there are things, in my opinion, if you're a fan of a thing, like if you're a fan of mecha, I think it's required watching. If you're a fan of anime, I think it's required watching. If you're a fan of any kind of sci-fi that's came out over the last like 30 years, I think it's pretty much required watching. In the same way that I think the original Star Wars trilogy and like some of the early Star Trek is required watching. Because like it was kind of landmark in the same way that it was landmark for the time, and it shaped a lot of other things that came out. Like how watching the original Ghost in the Shell is kind of like also required watching if you're a fan of anime, and like, you know, the early 2000s stuff of like The Matrix and a bunch of other, you know, cyberpunk-y kind of things. And people said Blade Runner as well. After watching that for the first time like a year or 2 years ago, I don't agree with that one. I don't think Blade Runner is required watching. It's not that good of a movie. And it's also not that original. It was kind of a product of its time, and like there are some cool things that they did that were not really seen before that as much, with like the art direction and some other shit. But it really doesn't hold up that well. Maybe if you watched it like when it came out, it was more like, oh wow, this is pretty cool and new and something I'm not familiar with. But I don't think it has much value anymore. So that's what I mean. When something has aged, in a sense. Like there are some early, just kind of in the same way that you don't really need to watch Flash Gordon if you can watch like the original series of Star Trek. I had to drop Doki Doki. Yeah, I'm never playing Doki Doki, because for me, it's kind of fucked up, and I don't appreciate games that fuck with you just to fuck with you. And like, I already know the twists and everything like that too, so it's like, no, I'm not gonna play that. Like, because one, it relies on the shock factor. Two, it's just a visual novel. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, there's no game, essentially, aside from a visual novel. Like, at least with some other things like Danganronpa, like, there's like gameplay segments. But like, if it's just a story, then yeah, I already know the story, so I'm not gonna... No. It's, But yeah, with Evangelion though, there was a lot of backlash with the original series, which kind of like halted production for a while and stuff. It was a very not cool situation of like some artists trying to stand up for something that they made and not making something just because like that song, I Didn't Write You a Love Song. Yeah, some people, yeah, it was critically acclaimed. But yeah. Had a bit of a rough history. So unfortunately. but then later was like very, very much appreciated. And I'm not going to go into any of the details of that, just like I'm not going to go into any of the details of Doki Doki. Just, yeah, it's a little fucked up, and yeah. But holy shit, a good watch. Like, let me just get back to that point. Like, Evangelion is incredibly good. Incredibly good. You almost had a heart attack. Oh, talking about Doki Doki? Or Evangelion? Story I'm writing is supposed to be 2,500 words. Oh, and you just finished and you counted, and then you're like, you thought it was gonna be 24, like 90 something. Because I've done that before. Where I've got everything like perfect and just the way I want it. And then I look at the requirements and then realize I cut it short like a tiny bit. I've literally done that before with the thing at the end. And just put on like, but that's just a story. Probably not a very good story. I'm sorry. And like a little note at the end to technically like push it. About this top section where we explain this trope we are subverted. So I cut that out to see how many words I had. And went to repaste it. Gotcha. I forgot. I cut the entire story after that to post it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, like Google Docs? So I see that I have 4,000 words. Like, holy crap. You know, this first time around, I'm not going to use a guide or anything. I'm going to see how much I can remember. I usually use guides, because like the mission pathing in this game is very specific. And you have to take like, you have to be like, well, I'm going to take this mission, then this mission, then this mission. Because the whole premise is like, you have 24 hours, so it's like 0800 right now. And you have until 0800 the next day. So like at any given time there's always multiple missions, and like once you pick your mission, like a set amount of time will transpire, and so like the next time you can do a mission there's totally different shit. So most of the time the different jobs are from different groups, and I will tell you right off the bat, Distribution Center Recon pays a lot of cash because this is, I believe, the hardest first mission in any Armored Core game. So if you are starting fresh, very much recommended not to start with this mission. Plus it's from like the Amalgamation Corporation. It's actually a good name for the alliance. Versus the other two, which are from the Rebel group. So, and I believe this one is just destroy as much shit as you can within the time limit, and it actually shows some people, like normal people, I think, in comparison to an AC at the beginning of this one. Vertex was headed by Jacko. Yeah, Jacko's great. Oh, I did just save though, right? I could do the arena stuff first. Try to make a little extra scratch. Right? Yeah, I did save. I mean, I have 10,000. That's how much I have to bet. His name is Ska. Oh. He named himself after the worst genre of music. I'm joking. It's a joke. Ska's fine. I like ska.
Enemy's core part down. Enemy's leg parts down.
So, I'm gonna see if I can get a better FCS because this FCS sucks ass. Nope. Cheapest one is 42,000, so that would be a no. I could sell the cicada, I don't really need it right now. Not for the arena. I would be losing like 6 grand, but that's fine. Hmm. Yeah, probably just get the Volute 2, it's kind of the best. Like, basic FCS. Yeah. I can buy the Spectre. The Spectre would be 25. Okay. How much is the Shadow? 77? Fuck. I mean, the mold isn't terrible. How much was the shade? 59,000. Okay. It's just if I went with dual rifles, it would probably be better because you don't have to pay for ammo. So 75,000, I could. At least get the Spectre. That's 25,000. That one's pretty good for the cost. Mold is ASTs is 20 and 260. Okay. Okay. Oh, that only leaves me with 10,000. I need more than that. Okay, so I'm just gonna slightly better. Actually, could I just go? I might just be able to use machine guns. Some of the machine guns are fairly cheap because they're expensive to use. Yeah, the Pixie is only 16,000. That one's only 33. It's not bad at all, actually. Yeah. Can't buy the Sylph. Okay. Oh. The Fairy's only 15,000. It's kinda... Oh wait, the left-handed Sylph is... Wait, the other Sylph is not, but the left-handed Sylph is? Oh. I guess you have to earn that one. Yeah, that's too expensive. Okay, I guess Fairy in the left hand and... Yeah, I could go with my boy. Oh, I can still bring the blade. Okay. So I gotta see that 4,000. Like, to buy ammo in Monster Hunter. I don't think so. Traditionally, no. It's infinite ammo then. I'm not sure how it works with all the weapons. For things that require ammo, typically you can craft. It depends because they keep changing it. Like for gun lance, no. Like ammo is infinite. For bows, I think ammo's infinite. It's just like the coatings that you have to like craft, I believe. But they didn't have all the features in the open beta. So like most of the camp was just like the tent stuff. So I'm not sure. I would do research on that. Because yeah, even just saying like traditionally in previous Monster Hunter games, it really depends which game you're talking about. But for basic ammo is usually unlimited. Like they have the bow guns, I guess, and the heavy bow guns. I think it's the same with those. Like somebody else in chat, let me know if you have any input on that, but how much cash do we have? 16,000. Okay, so 16,000 will be enough. How expensive was this one? Should I sell this one? 68,000. Yeah, no, the other ones are more expensive. Well, this is a wide and shallow. Has better parallel sight. Okay, so that actually might be a better idea for now. So 25,000, which that won't be enough. Still, this should be enough for some of the early guys, so... Yeah, that's the only reason I'm using machine guns right now, is just because, yeah, for the arena fights you don't have to pay for repairs or ammo. So that could have gone better. I had a feeling ammo would be a problem. Okay. Yeah, this is where dual rifles would be better, just because, you know, you don't have that problem with, like, the spread and shit. Yeah, especially early, like, yeah, relying on machine guns is kind of not great if they're your only weapons. Actually, I already know how the testing is gonna go, so. Yeah, the guy had better defense than I realized as well, so. This should be better. Shit. Yeah, I know. Right. Back to the song and dance. Where is... Oh, it unequipped my blade. Fuck. Alright. It's not gonna work then. Yeah. Just let me know in the Discord, Aaron. Like any time that works, man. Oh, you mean today? Yeah. That would be fine. Do that here in a bit if you want to. I mean, no, unless Toasty is still down for God Eater 2 today. As we were talking about a few days ago. I mean, that allows for up to 4 players, so. Yeah, Toasty, if you're still there, dude. Or actually, did he say anything in the Discord? Pretty close to being done with the story. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're, oh, hell yeah, dude. Oh, probably won't get Eater tonight. Okay. Well, if you're feeling up to it, man, let me know. I am down. Right, that's what it did. It unequipped. Wait. Did I? Shit, did I not reload? Fuck. Alright. I just need more freaking firepower, man. Just like... Oh, maybe I should go with different weapon arms. You can buy these right off the bat? What? Dude. You can buy these right off the bat? I mean, it's 118,000. It's too expensive, but still. Large missiles right off the bat, dude. I mean, it's not too expensive if I just sell some shit. I mean, that would, like, destroy him, right? How much stuff can I sell? I mean, these things are kind of broken because they're, like, the highest damaging thing in the game. Like in previous Armored Cores, you have to earn them, which makes so much sense. I mean, I could probably sell... Wait, can I buy the extensions? Like the retaliation? Or relation? For 70,000. Okay, but can I get a cheaper one that's like... also a 4? It's 58. $22. Really, just 22. I mean, I guess I could sell, like, my radiator. Just use the default one for now. Already sold my booster, yeah? Did not. I'm gonna sell my booster, and I'm gonna do something kind of stupid and just wear hover legs. I think we can get cheap hover legs, right? That's a thing. Without going too shitty. Yeah. Sea Lion's quite a bit better for a number of things. Not moving ability though. I know they're kinda heavy. Did I just go with the Sea Lion? Well, let me see how much everything else is gonna weigh. I mean, if I don't have much else equipped, it shouldn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. That way I don't need a booster and I won't be sacrificing too much speed. I just want to see how well it does, like, on the default dude, because you only get 8 missiles, like, which is not a lot.
Main system engaging test mode.
But you really don't need all 8 for most enemies. Just gotta hopefully actually hit your target. Did he take all of them out? What? Well, it still adds the relation missiles, and nope, they're gone. Shoo, yeah, it's gonna come down to luck. I mean, I could do this the other way and use the grenade launcher arms, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, that was the main problem before, is like attack power. Get him. Oh, he's not quite done. There you go. And now he's dead. Yeah, I'll show the replay on this. Because, yeah, you can change the camera angle to the opponent to kind of like see how effective your shit is. So like he's got good defense. That was part of the problem, is he was just outlasting me. So yeah, 8,700 HP. There's one. Now he's overheated.
Warning, AP at 50%.
Yeah, that's a heavy chunk.
Core marked down.
And now he's dead. Yeah. I mean, more like 20 minutes, but yeah. Like at the top of the hour. There we go. So now I have 48,000. 2,028, okay. Save. It's not one. Let's see. Where do we leave off? So I think we're done with the DLC that we were on. Oh, Sirlon, right. I think I did get him. Oh, I did. Because I found out there were NPCs that you could summon for that one as well. I got very tired of trying to solo him, and then, yeah, found out there were NPCs, and then I summoned them, and it was pretty easy with decoys. I can't remember what weapons I ended up using. I don't know. I'm sure it's the same as when I load back up, I'll find out. But... oh, and yeah, he did have the missing Smelter's Wedge, to get the final piece of the soul of whatever, the queen. Yeah, I'll just do this, just do one more arena fight and then do the first mission. First mission is really easy, you just destroy a bunch of shit at a base. And he's got even less HP than I do. Come on. Come on. Alright, that should go pretty well. And he's dead. It's so funny how like large missiles just like shut down certain enemies like almost instantaneously. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. 24. Dude, his temperature spiked to 2400 degrees Celsius. That is hot as fuck. That is a lot of fucking heat. That's a lot of heat. Aubrey Vion? Relic 11. Alright. Alright, so save. Yeah, just by comparison though, like, this game feels so much better than Nexus. Alright, so sell the missile arms, the legs. I'm just gonna sell everything except for the generator. And yep, it's the only other thing I bought. Should probably get that radiator again. Linden, yep. And default legs are fine. Default everything else should be fine. Booster is this one. Okay, gonna upgrade the FCS to the Blue 2. And we should be able to buy the Shade. Yep, it's 59,000. And I don't think I even need a blade on this one. What's the cheapest? Yeah, I can't get any of those. I mean, I'm probably just gonna sell it again, so, because next time I get back on this, I'm likely just gonna go back to the arena fights. Keep doing those until they get stupid hard, which wouldn't, honestly doesn't take long. Okay. I mean, this first mission is pretty damn easy, and I think there's even a hidden part on it. Yeah, it's Troy military base, yeah.
The target of this mission is an Alliance military installation. Still in the midst of construction, Camp Forward is poorly defended and vulnerable to attack. Now is the perfect time for us to strike. This will be a timed operation, so stay focused and work quickly. Keep in mind that you'll be compensated based on the results of your actions.
The fact that you see him like deploy as well is pretty cool. But yeah, they show some people like just walking around in this one, which are comparatively tiny. So it's kind of better for like a sense of scale kind of a thing. So some people, truck.
What's happening? Report your status.
Some tents.
We're under attack. We need backup.
Main system.
And there they are.
Engaging combat mode.
Destroy as much as you can in the time allotted.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff you can just like run over it. Stompy, stompy, stompy boys, stompy boys. Yeah, a lot of them do try to retreat, so. Including helos. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, they already got the fuck out of there. Shit, I missed a couple. Doesn't matter. Error. It's barely missing.
Raven, you have 60 seconds left.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you can't step on those? Okay. think it's over here. Yeah, it's right here. Mm-hmm.
AC card acquired.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, I gotcha. I think that's most of the shit.
10 seconds remaining.
Just like,
Time's up. The mission is over.
Mission objective achieved. System switched to
yeah, I
home.
got most of it.
Good job, Raven.
That was brilliantly executed. Sir, should we give chase? Patience. It's too soon to consider them our enemy.
Oh, it's the other sylph. Well, that's actually very handy. Very cool. And just like usual, whenever you unlock something, like, you get it instantly, and you can sell it, but like, if you want, you can always like buy it back. So, it's very handy, especially if you just want a quick little 65k, which, yeah, that's very helpful. So that's typically what I would do and recommend at the beginning, is just do that mission, get the free sylph, get a few extra really easy credits, and then just sell a bunch of shit and buy a completely different setup. But, yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Aaron and I are gonna hop on some Dark Souls 2. Gonna beat Sir Lon, and then hopefully get him done quickly, and then, yeah, I guess proceed to one of the other two DLCs. Because he is the last thing we need to do in, Crown of the Iron King, I think is what it's called. I think that's right. Pretty sure. Anyway, we gotta get the PS5 connected and such, and so yeah, it's gonna do it for Last Raven for today. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, a chunk of this stream was just me talking about Evangelion and things of that nature. And it took me a while to readjust. Because, yeah, it's been a while. But this is still one of my favorite games. I highly recommend it if you haven't played it before. And, yeah, holds up super, super well. But yeah, till next time, which I don't know when it's going to be, but, you know, definitely do a stream on Tuesday. Just not sure what that's going to be specifically, because, yeah, might be God Eater 2, might be Dark Souls 2, it might be, where is that thing? There it is. Crap. It might be a number of things, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Till next time.